And we are live. Hello everyone, welcome to part 21 of Sonadow Play the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Joining me as per usual is my lovely girlfriend IMShadow 007. Say hello, hon.
Hello!
And today we've got the first trial segment of Case 3.
Let's go!
So let's go right to it.
Pray for my vocal cords, people. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach.
So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time?
My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year.
If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is terribly brutal and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction.
There's that end justify the means concept again.
Now that it's come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means.
I wish he'd stop saying that.
I wish he'd stop smiling like that.
Agreed! That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way.
But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me, as a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I?
My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you'll have to learn of your own efficiency the hard way. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can.
I do too, but...
Now, if you would excuse me...
Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before.
Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't forget to keep smiling.
I'll be fine. And I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
The trial is about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom, if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me.
That's right. I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free.
Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Athena Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
Your baldness. I know, as usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness.
Now we don't even get an opening statement.
Oh, God.
Oh, not you! Go away! Detective Fulbright, he and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team.
Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync.
Well, I don't think they're capable of mind meddling, if that's what you're thinking.
All right, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered, but with this all I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it.
Thank you.
Well, that's efficient, I guess.
Thank you, Taka!
Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too. Blackwell's trained him well.
Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up with people's hair while he's at it.
Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third-floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage. Precisely. And there's one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording? Though in real life, if it was an illegal, undetected recording, it actually cannot be used as evidence in trial.
Exactly.
At least in UK law. Must be from the tape recorder Miriam mentioned.
Why is the first thing we've heard of a death threat the moment of murder?
Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now.
You're a goner!
It is quite hard to hear.
But the voice does sound female. Thank you.
The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice belonging to the defendant. Not so fast! After all, voice print analysis isn't everything.
But what if they used a voice filter?
Sorry?
But what if they used a voice filter?
Oh, The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know! It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body.
So the prosecution heard about Hughes seeing the body.
Wait one moment. If all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body, and justice we trust! I don't like where this is headed, Athena.
Me neither.
And by those 3, I mean... Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods.
I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say!
In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. I guess. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just one is a girl. That leaves the defendant, Juniper Woods, as the only possibility.
No!
Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations.
You could at least pretend to be upset for me.
Well, you can't deny he's a good detective.
Whatever you want!
A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
Nope.
Fuck.
Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. Oh, it's Trixie.
Oh, goody. Yep. Hi, Trixie.
So, our first witness is a cardboard box? No, don't you mean our second witness?
Yeah.
Trixie, are you sleeping in there? Out! Thank you.
I was dreaming about my girlfriend Starlight Glimmer. Stealth mode deactivated.
Oh my, the box has hands!
Smile, Your Honor.
What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken. Cameras ain't allowed in the courtroom.
No. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the George Judge course. Juniper's been a bad, bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime.
Might I ask whether you could come out of that box? Seriously, Miss Lulamoon, come out of there!
How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular, and also illegal. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my, I never thought of it that way. Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time. Please don't kill me.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto! How can the judge believe this clod of crock?
Shinto.
Wow.
Now, your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive, and the murder is just like her script.
The murder is just like her script. Could such a thing be true?
Compare her script with the murder case and crime scene photos, then you'll see.
This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. I feel attacked! Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which use was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing.
That makes perfect sense. What now?
Prosecutor Blackwell has all the ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now.
It's like a pit bull wants to sink its teeth into you. How dare she? My script has it all. A bump breath and phony evidence, grudges and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think.
Right. A female defense attorney and a female witness. So, yeah, I'm gonna get a break here.
Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. Press on the first statement. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Press on the first statement. Hold it! There must be places where the script and the case can diverge. Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles. Objection! I'm not worried. My skin is fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection! What did you just say?
Blackwell really turned that one around on you.
Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback.
I'm on no one's side. Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script. And in the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. Troy Baker voices Blackwell.
Yes.
In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. What a total burn! Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods? Press on the fourth statement. Hold it! Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection!
Weary is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary.
Objection! What did you just say?
If he's so weary, he should try humping less. I bet that saves some energy. He's trying to get under your skin, Athena.
This is no time for Joseph Paulo. He just called me a canary.
Well, you are wearing yellow. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes Dodo. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents?
That's right.
Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption.
Trixie, I swear to God, I'm gonna throw that camera against the wall. How marvelous! A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand.
You can try, but Unicorn Master Race, bitch.
This is the question,
paper?
girls.
Oh, in a school paper? Seriously?
I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours, etch it deep so that you may never forget.
No! No! Even my argument gets thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I gonna do?
Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now.
Huh?
Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way?
I don't follow.
Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do.
I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming That the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just like it was in the script. And that is beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways. Objection! What did I say? What did I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her? That would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Please tell the court what you mean by irrational.
It wouldn't make any sense for Julia to mimic her own script on purpose because it would make her a culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in itself is irrational. What's wrong with them being the same?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Care to explain what you mean?
Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then... what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy! She was admitting that she... That's right! If she really had done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client.
How much stuff she got in that box?
Yes. The body was found the day of the mock trial, and sure, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it go beyond get your head yet!
Objection!
It would seem Justice Dono's comrade in arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use.
Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already!
There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak.
Reason? What reason?
Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case and script.
Objection! No! The mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself.
What? Miss Scullivant saw the body too?
Precisely, and which the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled.
Wait, so you didn't call the police? Nope, I kept it secret for my big scoop.
I don't think even Trixie would be low enough to hide the discovery of a body.
No, she would not. You can't do that.
I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box tip?
Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was...
Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. I really do not want to know.
Neither do I! Block up all the holes in her box. And spin her like a top while just with a Fulbright cackled in delight.
That does sound like a pretty bad nightmare. That sounds more nauseating than scary.
Again, how are these people not arrested for perjury?
Enough jabbering, witness. Continue your testimony.
Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. But yeah, do I want to know what Blackwell did to her?
Nope.
I snuck into Jennifer's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly, she fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made. Hold it! Why did you withhold such key testimony? What's that supposed to mean?
Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination.
I know, but her testimony points to her being a potential suspect.
Well, I don't think Professor Blackquill is... Oh, wait. I bet he's already thought of that.
The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room before the mock trial. That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body. The prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on.
Uh-oh.
Nice birdie.
Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers, so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out? No, thanks.
No thanks.
You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi.
Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death. I was an undercover reporter class. It's right near my home. In your wagon? Undercover reporter class?
The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not be the killer. The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor. I try to warn you.
Oh.
Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down.
Oh, wait a minute.
The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap.
Why can't he say you reap what you sow?
Because he's trying to be fancy. Very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events.
Don't worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. You know, my third eye's always eyeing a scoop. You know, her being in a box reminds me of that South Park episode with the anxiety box that Carmen wears.
Oh yeah.
Listen up, people, like Trixie. Listen up, people. I have anxiety. That means I'm in my shell and I'm trying to find a way to express myself. And I'm very uncomfortable being around others.
There's no rest for the wicked or journalists. What's the difference?
I know, right?
She's always eyeing a scoop.
Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Hold it!
Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt.
Apollo?
There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not?
No, I didn't take one.
Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or did you really see the victim's body?
It's not like I, actually saw it, but...
Trixie? What the devil?
Trixie!
Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it. Justice Dodo, you dare steal at me again?
Hold it! Nice try, Boy Wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this!
What exactly am I looking at here?
The crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods.
How can you tell that's Juniper?
No, it's not her.
Why did you not tell me of this?
It's a shocking scoop I was saving for just the right moment. And that would be right now, right here in court. Surprise! You know, for a scuttlebutt, you've got a really bad mouth. What do? Journalists keep their excuse secret until the right moment.
Not in a courtroom! She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that.
Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn.
Athena, about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject?
So then...
Right. Who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place?
Objection!
A completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is... there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this. The route by which the accused escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way, after she fled the dressing room. The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad. Then what? Cart and Cretan?
Then I tripped and fell. Caught my knee on my own box.
Ow.
She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult.
Recall that the body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial.
Hold it!
But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness. The defense has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. It seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Guess I pulled that off somehow.
Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver.
You owe me a damn drink after this. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box.
It's Primo cardboard, lovely selected from among many.
Tell another lie or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch.
Please, anything but that.
Yeah, in British English, that really wouldn't matter. It's like, what, you're going to put a flashlight on it?
Scuttlebutt has scared me while I'm scaroused.
I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. All right, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness.
Present the stage costume on the fifth statement. Because, remember Lami Wa's costume? There was constellations on it.
Yeah.
Present the stage costume. Go back.
Oh, whoops.
Objection! Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in Miss Wood's stage costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that it must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut. No, that's where you're completely mistaken. What? This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume.
My, what a wonderful creation! The constellations are extraordinary.
I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star in the costume in the photo.
Oh, then that means... what exactly? God, they flanderized the judge so much in the later games.
I know. Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at the scene. Which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing our client's costume inside out.
But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that?
Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather, who made the mistake of putting it on inside out? Oh, wait, you're not suggesting! That's right. I'm glad you're catching on. The costume designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out.
Oh, she has legs.
Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but... Scuttlebutt, but... Doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter.
Yeah, considering we very rarely see her legs, I was starting to wonder if she was a sentient box.
Oh, God. A failure as a reporter?
Laptop? Oh! We actually saw her face.
Yep. Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box. You didn't see nothing!
Even Trixie's... Even her face would fit Trixie's voice.
Objection!
I know, right?
Now I would have you stop right there, Sykes Dono. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus.
What do you mean?
Miss Juniper Woods,
Yes?
what were you doing on the morning of the mock trial?
I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkling stars in the costume. I was gonna make the costume shimmer like that by painting inside the fluorescent.
What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities? No, Judge, fluorescent.
Oh my god. Not fluoride, fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark.
Yes. So you applied that up to the inside of the costume, and then?
I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out.
Fun fact, talking about fluorescent paint, you know how some gun sights have those little glowing green bits to help you see better?
Yeah?
Originally, they were radioactive.
Oh, wow. Inside out? So then...
This is a photograph of the inside-out costume taken in the dark.
Pretty.
As you can see, there is a heavy layer of paint over the entire surface. How much fucking paint did you put on that thing?
Looks like sticks from Little Nightmares.
If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body. Why, yes, I believe it would. Indeed, ergo, the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out. Figures he would have a photo.
Ugh. Did we just fall into his trap?
Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it all planned out. Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look.
Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up.
Check out the chest area. It kind of looks like handprints to me.
Hey, you're right. But Jimmy would know better than to touch it while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters make mistakes, why not a rank amateur such as the accused?
Objection! So basically, you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up?
Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far.
Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though.
What? You mean you've just been bluffing?
What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. I mean, hello, who was our teacher, Apollo? He is the master of bluffs. But you're right. There's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto.
A showdown, is it? I gladly accept.
The fluorescent paint must have been stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume. And that paint should glow in the dark. And that paint should glow in dark places. So I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. This piece of evidence shows who touched the costume. And it is the Themis Herald Extra. Take that!
The school newspaper? Interesting.
Take a look at the photo where the lights are dim and the spotlight is on Miss Woods. Aha! Observe Mr. Newman's hands in the photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing, just like Miss Wood's fluorescent paint.
It is glowing. Quite brightly, I might add.
But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands on the mock trial, you may ask? The answer is he wouldn't. Not on purpose. It got there when he put the costume on.
That means... What again?
It means the figure photographed in the costume was not our client Juniper Woods. It was her classmate, Robin Newman.
What? To think you were actually able to prove that.
Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom.
So then... Does that mean that Robin is our man?
Well, that's certainly how it looks.
Very well. Robin Newman it is. He's here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself. I challenge you to a duel. What's you do?
Oh God, help me. Oh God, help me!
Well, now you know how I feel through most of the trials.
What the fuck?
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
I'm Robin Newman! I want to become a great artist. I practice day and night. No! That's not it! Art's gotta be sincere, man!
So, for occupation, should we put down budding artist?
No! Venus Legal Academy, Senior, Prosecutor course! This place is proof of my masculinity. I've been trained to be a prosecutor for 18 years!
I assume you will be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today. Yeah, where does he keep getting those pots?
Aw, man!
Funny you say that, the Super Saiyan wannabe. Look at his chest. Look at the symbol.
I know, right? Yep.
It seems the witness has finally settled down.
I guess nothing faces the judge after all these years.
After all the shit he's been through? Especially in trials and tribulations.
I know, right?
You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you had fluorescent paint on your hands.
I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there! When I walked by that fully costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin was on! It was about to fall on me! I got the paint on me when I caught it. But I never put it on. That's just stupid! Hold it! Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness.
Gonna need a bit more than a short session. Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but...
No!
Not again. What's his problem?
I sensed the moment that Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart.
So you think he might be hiding something?
Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the Moon Matrix can do for you.
Beep.
This is so cool.
I know. It's my favorite aspect of this game.
Same. I went to see Juniper in her waiting room. But she wasn't there. When I walked by that fully costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin it was on was about to fall over. It was about to fall over. I got that paint on me when I caught it. I never put it on. That's just stupid. Pinpoint the happiness in the third statement. Wait.
Don't worry, I'll go back.
You had to catch the mannequin as it suddenly started to fall over?
Even I can guess this one. The most natural response would have to be surprise.
Paul's right, so maybe I should try focusing on some other emotion. Yeah, go to the third statement and pinpoint the happiness. Got it! When you mentioned the stage costume, I sense a sudden powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Wait, what? Why would a frilly scarf and a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Am I gonna be into that kind of thing? I'm a dude, and I'm into braces!
You don't think Robin's actually got a thing for Juniper's outfit, do you?
Oh, come on, isn't it obvious?
You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena.
No way, man! The mannequin came falling toward me, so I stuck up my hands on stop it. End of story. That's the new piece of information. Time to run an update. Even after that update, something just doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything that could prove the statement contradicts really what happened? The glowing costume photo. Take that! You said the mannequin came falling toward you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it. If so, the fingers on your hands would have been pointing outward like this. But that's not what the handprints show. In fact, it looks more just like your thumbs in the base of your palms. Why in the world would I leave such a weird handprints? You know why. You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? And you really do like Miss Wood's clothes, don't you? Fine. I admit to putting the costume on. But I don't like girly clothes, man. Damn.
This is going to be a while.
Yes. New information to plug in. Time for another update. I snuck in knowing the costume was there. My heart was pounding, even though I'm a guy. Then I saw it. It was even more amazing than I imagined. I was like, whoa, I'm a guy, but I got all excited. It's true. I did put on girly clothes. But it was strictly for artist purpose. Go back to the second statement and pinpoint the sadness. Got it! There, another emotion that doesn't fit. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man. Mr. Newman, you got excited when you put on the costume on. But you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal. Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Oh, no! You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you were sad. Okay, fine. If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you. The reason I felt sad is no matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper.
Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help your one talk.
No, that's not it. I totally own those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty. But there's something that keeps getting in my way. Wow, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control.
Out of control emotions? We saw those during the Ninetales Vale incident. So all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right?
Right. Help me look for a conflict between his statements and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him from whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes. What could it be? Fine, I'll testify, man! Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I snuck in knowing the caution was in there. My heart was pounding even though I'm Guy. It's true. I felt a powerful feeling when I saw that long frilly scarf. I admit it. I wore girly clothes. I felt like a diva when I pulled the hood over my head. It felt so right. I was totally dressed up like a girl. Probe the brace on the 5th or 6th statement. Yeah, probe the brace. Got it! Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger toward your brace, don't you? Is that why you feel it's holding you back from being praised you think you should be? Huh? What? Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man! That is a symbol of masculinity! I could never take it off! Is it that you can't take it off, or that you don't want to take it off? Man! I should have kept my big mouth shut! This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger toward his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity. But he can't take it off, not even when he's trying to look pretty. What could be at the root of this complicated relationship with his brace? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an unearth-shattering secret.
Dina, you okay?
It seems Robin is still hiding a secret. A big one.
Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Juniper's looks?
Yes, at least I think so. No, I can't be. Just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman. What? I'm onto your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. You're a girl! Mr. Newman, or should I say, Miss Newman? You are and always have been a girl.
What? Have you lost the plot, Athena?
No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence. But that's what Robin's heart is shouting out loud and clear.
Hold it!
I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time.
You clearly did not watch Dragon Ball. Oh.
I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a she, then she's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is, without question, a man.
Oh.
You are now truly Justice Dono's equal in one area. You are just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of the masculine spirit.
If you guys are done talking about me, I'm.
Does not look comfortable.
Race! It's... Miss Sykes. No. Allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs. But... no.
But... no way! Surely this must be some kind of jest.
Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul.
And I kept this completely a secret from Nicole.
Oh, I knew it too.
Well, before we even started.
Yeah. If you don't
Spoil
believe me.
yourself.
Oh. Hey, spoilers keep it entertaining. I'll give you a P-E-E-K. As if. What an amazing transformation. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. I love this theme. She's cleared! Bye-bye! I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted.
Reminds me of Elliot from Scrubs.
Yeah. But now, this living lie has been pinned to the ground. It's... It's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena! Now I can stop pretending to be a prosecutor. I'm gonna be an artist.
That race must have hurt.
I know, right? Yeah.
Order! Order! What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she.
Why is everyone looking at me like that? I feel like a movie star or something. But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. O-K-A-Y.
So she basically just went from Rainbow Dash to Rarity.
Ah! No, Pixar, you'll regret it, man!
Am I just imagining things? Or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't get paid enough for this shit.
I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles out off her chest. Literally. And figuratively.
That's all well and good, but does he being a she actually change anything?
The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things. Because there's now a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate.
Very well, let's see what the defense has for us now. What piece of evidence must we reconsider now that we know that the witness is a girl?
The tape recorder. Take that! This is what I'd like the court to reconsider.
Oh, the tape recorder, the one that recorded the threat. You're a goner?
That's right. And we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect.
So then...
That's right. The witness just revealed that she's a girl. Therefore, if we are using the voice in the recording as the basis of our hurling accusations, this witness must be a labeled suspect too.
But yes, for those who didn't know about that twist, there's a reason Nicole was voicing her.
Yes. Oh no!
Because it'd be a little bit weird, you know, me voicing her as a guy and then suddenly having Nicole's voice.
Yeah.
Wow, talk about sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one.
Objection!
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that the only one person here was privy to the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect.
Objection! But Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl, both at the crime scene and in court. I'd say that puts her in camp suspicious. That's not nice, Athena! How can you accuse me of being a killer?
Again, she went from... Actually, no, not Rarity. She went from Rainbow Dash to Fluttershy.
I would say more of Smolder with her finally accepting her femininity.
True.
I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that bird makes me...
Objection!
Suspicious as suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to the crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can't surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods, by leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body, which would make her an accessory to the crime.
Say that! I'm not an accusatory to any crime, Mr. Birdman!
Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
That's what you are, right, Harvey Birdman?
Birdman?
That's what you are! Harvey Birdman, attorney at law?
In any event, with the witness as an accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not?
Objection! Which, by the way, is a great show.
Never seen it.
Love to show you it sometime. Watch it in college. You made all of this make sense somehow. And they all keep accusing Junie unless we show someone else in the script's details. How could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way we could have known that was the script was if they... Wait... Heard it from Junie. Sorry, Junie, but... You're not gonna like this. Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone.
What the devil?
And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Miss Robin Newen.
I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper.
Right. Ginny was probably trying to keep their friendship from becoming awkward. Objection! How could you, Athena? What a bunch of bull! I never heard a word about the script from Juniper! Never, ever!
I think Robin's developed a split personality because of this.
Yep. Objection! You sure? Can you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? B-A-D, Athena. You don't have any evidence!
Wasted. Actually, you might have just the thing.
Really?
Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Herr Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatsuit."
S-U-R-E. I might have said that, but so what?
Well, think of it this way, Athena.
Which way exactly?
If I told you that, I'd be wearing a blue suit today. But then short of wearing what I've got on now, what would you say?
Oh, the red suit. I think I've got it. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that the Miss Newman knew the contents of the script. The defense moves to present said evidence to the court.
Very well, Miss Sykes. Present away.
This evidence proves that Miss Newman had prior knowledge of the script's contents, the mock trial script. Take that!
The mock trial script?
Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you reacted by saying, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. The proof is in the script, specifically on the Things to Prepare page. Sweatsuit, victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you didn't know about the script's content, then that should have surprised you. No!
Stop dying.
I thought we were friends, Athena. How could I have been so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I move to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor.
You what?
Did I fucking stutter, bitch? If knowing the script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others beside me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Court's note. Note? What note? The professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for the mock trial. But only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. But that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously gonna suggest. But it's the truth! Professor Court didn't do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself about the props and details about the victim's B-O-D-Y. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. So I took a picture of the note.
I'd say she's telling the truth.
Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Apparently, this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackwell would have us believe. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case.
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy, but don't think this spells victory.
And why not?
The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit, so put away your wooden sword. And show me what you are truly capable of if you wish to live.
You want it? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it.
There, you can finally have a break.
Oh, thank God.
I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It's not a matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor.
Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called this witness?
You will recall that the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left for home at around 6 p.m.
Yes, my notes here do confirm that fact.
Right. Our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Objection!
Honeyboo?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, that was but how do you say that?
Voluptuous.
Delicious.
I
I've
think.
never heard that word before.
Wait, hold on, let me see how you pronounce it. Let me get it.
Forget
But,
it, I'll just say it like that. Yet, that was but a voluptuous lie. Or am I mistaken, golden boy? I've no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Felicitous. Okay.
Felicitous, right? Hold, I am not through with you yet. It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave and we just might discuss you-know-what. No, wait!
One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's this all about?
I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify.
Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor?
The word of a genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, a senior at Themis Legal Academy, lawyer course. How's that?
Just fine. Your testimony then, if you please.
You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you.
I know Ginny would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him.
To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated in the archery range till 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you would like to ask?
That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy.
The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now, if you will recall the tape recorder, we know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10 p.m., the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime.
Do you have any proof of that?
As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after the broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap.
Thank you.
So when the witness saw the defendant, that would have been... Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room. Ergo, we know the accused was still in the main building even after the killing. How can you mark a time on a tape?
I don't know.
So the time of the murder and the time... So the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved.
Great. Another inconvenient testimony.
Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please.
Press on the fourth statement.
Yeah, he really shouldn't have left it open-ended like that.
No. All right. I'll take up your I'll take up on your kind offer.
I expected as much, so go ahead. Ask away.
Mr. O'Connor, I want to ask you, how did you prep for the mock trial? Please tell the court what we were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial.
That's an easy one. Nothing in particular.
Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations?
You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to others. My job was to be mentally prepared.
Jenny put her heart and soul into getting things ready, while he just sat and was behind?
Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there.
But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul?
That's right. I didn't say a word to anyone till the final bell at 7 p.m.
I see. This is crucial information. Please add it to your testimony.
I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face.
This is new.
I didn't talk to anyone until the final bell. I'd been meditating alone at the archery range.
Present court's planner.
Objection!
So you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd? Are you sure about that?
I already told you. My word is as good as gold.
Okay then, how do you explain this? And don't spare any details.
Sorry, never seen that before.
This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It reads 23rd, meet with Hugh, and important. Don't you find that interesting?
What? Where'd you get that?
The keyword here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk.
But the entire campus was buzzing. Excuse me a second. Something in my throat there.
Okay.
But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation?
I thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell.
What's this now?
The witness stayed after the last bell in order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor?
This is insane! Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence as usual.
No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell. And he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim.
First Robin, now me. Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead. Don't let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around her estimated time of death.
I had my suspicions about Robin, but Hugh seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day?
Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I've something to say.
If it will save me some trouble, then by all means, speak away.
If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like to explain how I could possibly be a suspect.
Oh, he has a point.
Impressive. Golden Boy here does shine gold indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case.
Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer.
What a pity. To think such a genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering.
He's sweating bullets.
At last, your moment is here, Sykes Dodo. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement. And prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge on your lapel.
Could he lay any more pressure on?
The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that.
Yeah, you're right. In which case... So whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? The victim! The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice in the recording says, "You're a goner." That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around.
Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner.
Athena?
You're a goner. You a goner. Hugh O'Corner. Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second!
Oh, Athena, you're scaring me here.
You're scared? I'm terrified for even coming up with this!
With what?
Prosecutor Blackwell, you want to know if I'm worthy of my badge? Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I can wear it with pride.
Oh, then can I take it you won't be changing your argument? Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, "You're a goner."
I agree, if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not.
I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes?
Not exactly, but you don't have to add his fuel to the fire, Your Honor. If it is indeed Professor Court's voice on that tape, then she was shouting because she was scolding O'Connor. I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that shout on the tape really saying you're a goner?
What are you up to now, Athena?
Professor Court's planner says she was supposed to meet with the witness for an important talk. Perhaps her witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong. And this made Professor Court get angry with him during their private meeting.
I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape.
Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name.
Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor!
What did I do to deserve that?
Yes, like that. Now try again, but faster.
Hugh O'Connor!
Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor?
Wait a second! No, this can't be!
Objection! You think I'd spend the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? Ah, but it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's a scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters, or the wind for voices.
Now that you mention it.
You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The sound on the tape recorder never was the phrase, "You're a goner." That's only what we thought we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that is different from the selective hearing men are so good at.
I think you're right, but what was that last part again?
Never mind. The important thing is that the voice thing that was recorded isn't our client's. And since it was the victim scolding the witness, he must now join the list of suspects.
Objection!
I thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court.
Evidence? What's he going to pull out now?
Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see your insolent look vanish from within them. Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows professor and student preparing the mock trial together.
Wait, was this taken in the art room? The room where the murder occurred?
Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape.
What?
The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken.
Okay.
It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious.
Ginny was a professor at court just 5 minutes before she was murdered? But now, nothing I say can change that fact.
Understand now? You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. Listen, Missy. The person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world, I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire.
But I became a lawyer so I could...
You still fail to understand after so much pain and defeat? The courts are not play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up.
If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. I think I have any way to strike back. Him? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles? It's impossible. How can I smile under these circumstances if I force it?
This is better than bad. Who knew Blackpool had that one waiting in the wings? Why didn't that twisted samurai just present it at the beginning?
Wait, maybe this is a real plan? Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constance Court? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court?
There seems to be a little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time for a verdict has come.
Simon's eyes flashed.
Yep.
No! That's not gonna happen, man!
What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down a...
Maybe, but false verdicts are a N-O-N-O.
What?
Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What's she up to now? Yep, I know because the real killer is... M-E, me! What? It was me! I did it alone! Just me! I don't get it. Why is she confessing?
Miss Newman was witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious she seems.
Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends. Just so he can walk free.
Yeah, she's definitely got a split personality.
Yep. Get it over with! Declare me guilty already! Please. Wait. Juniper? What are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Athena. But you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie? No! Don't do it! Hugh and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime.
What?
Objection! Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it's true. Forgive me, Athena.
Order! Order! Will somebody please explain what's going on here?
I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dream once had go up in a puff of smoke.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other now that they've nowhere else to run.
Protect each other? Wait. So is Robin just trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is...
This whole thing's a joke.
Uh-oh, now it's Hugh's turn.
What is wrong with kids these days?
I know what just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Wow, he's really a genius. He even knows what you're thinking. I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it.
Wait. What?
For fuck's sake.
They're all trying to save each other!
Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer.
I'm so confused right now.
If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius.
Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not some set of not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to... Hoi! Wait! Your baldness! I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackquill, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I am hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. That is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Fine. Do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned.
Fucking hell!
Well, shit.
That was intense.
Yes, it was.
Like, holy shit.
So now we have 3 suspects.
Yep. They're all
Oi.
trying to protect. They're all trying to protect each other.
Oi.
Oh, my throat.
Yeah, now you know how I feel throughout most of these.
Yes, I do.
Given that most segments of this game are very male-centered, this time it was very female-centered.
Yes.
So I got
And
a
now-
break.
The judge. Now I'm off to go play with Jiggly Keys, wondering how I got this job.
I'm off to go play with Jiggly Keys, wondering how I got this job.
Wanna go
I
to the
may
mall
have just
now?
killed a man.
Oh, we might have. Oh God.
Oi.
We
3
did
suspects, and we gotta narrow it down. Great.
it. But still, like, Aristotle means, gee, I wonder who the villain is.
Right. Anyways, anything to say before we step off?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, folks, thanks for tuning in, and be sure to tune in next week for the premiere of GTA Vice City Stories, the last in the 3D universe. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.